getting back into reviewing Black indie manga and comics for June, and we'll start off with Future Shock by Shockwave Comics. This is a comic more leading towards the superhero genre. We start off with Abraham Stratford having a mysterious dream of his wife that usually doesn't speak to him until one night she begs him to look for their son. Abraham has a very interesting backstory, a very long backstory. He had been around since the 1800s, and a mysterious man wanders into the plantation, convinces Abraham to basically Nat Turner the owners of the property, his wife, and I believe his kids. And this stranger that convinces him raises him up to be an assassin, as well as gifting him immortality. There's also a backstory to the master that raised him, but I think y'all should read the comic to pick up who it was, because it actually took me by surprise. And then the inevitable happens. The hitman falls in love, and the master cannot control him. So the hitman, well, Abraham, and their wife, girlfriend, runs away. Their life together gets so dangerous to the point that the wife has to separate from him. She doesn't want to, but for the sake of their child, separates. And no, he's not the superhero of this story, which was a surprise to me, because usually that's a backstory given to the one that's being the superhero. But he's not. I may have this wrong, but he's kind of like the Nick Fury in this universe, or at least like the handlers from The Incredibles that kind of cover things up when the superheroes do something wrong. Because he's called in because there's some crazy maniac with superpowers going on a roid rage, destroying the city, and someone by the name of Black Star intervenes. After doing his heroic duties, Black Star willingly brings himself in to be interviewed by Abraham. This mysterious man knows all of Abraham's background, because it turns out Abraham is his daddy. His dad wasn't looking for him. No fault to the dad, he only just heard his wife's voice last night when he was dreaming. So the son went looking for him. And then Black Star is introduced to us as Jonathan, based on his grandfather's name. And it ends with father and son catching up. So I personally like this first issue. Usually I don't get into the superhero archetype of comic because I feel like once you've read a couple, you've kind of read them all. But there were a couple twists and turns that I don't typically see in superhero comics that were introduced in the first issue, which caught my interest. Like the main character of the story not having really practical superpowers besides just immortality, that was different. And then how this turned out to be like a father and son kind of story. I also gotta give props and points to who the master is referred to, because I never seen that in a comic story. I give this a high grade, like a high B and A. The pacing's really good. The character development, like the story-wise, is really good. The action is decent. Like, it doesn't overtake the entire story, but it serves its purpose. And I really like how it's a father and son duo. And again, extra points for the master's backstory, because again, I really liked how it hinted to who that is, because again, I've never seen that before. So great job, Shockwave Comics Studio, aka Shander Wilson. I'll put their link somewhere either up here or in the description. They're here on TikTok, so please support and follow them.